Just dropped off the computer. I spent about 3 hours building. Technically getting it to go took about half hour, maybe 45 minutes. It was one of those situations where nothing went wrong. Everything just fired up. So, late model hardware. Video card I'm not terribly impressed with, but this guy really didn't want to spend any money, I guess. He wrote me a check for 800 bucks, so I bought what I could. I happen to have brand new hardware. I had a 2 terabyte SSD, an extra case, and that video card, which is a $200 video card. I can't rattle off part numbers in my head right now. Anyway, he kept giving me all sorts of accolades as I brought it in and plugged it in. But then when it comes to get paid, sometimes it's like pulling teeth. I told him I'm only making labor. I'm not marking hardware up. So basically, I didn't realize this golf simulator was going to take some pretty hefty hardware. I guess the version he has installed is probably at least several years old. So I installed the hardware based on the latest version that's available. I don't know how many versions there are, but his old computer, is like 8 years old. So he had to reset his password. He did that. And then we couldn't figure out where to download the folder that installs this Foresight Golf Simulator. So he's going to go on his trip for a week or so. Yeah, that's the other thing. I wanted to get paid for at least the parts so that when he leaves town for a week. Oh man, it's almost my MO. Occasionally I have customers, it's like, well, I didn't know it was going to take so long to get the computer built. It took 4 days, it took 2 days to get the hardware, but then I had to go get a case, which I had in storage, which was brand new. So he waited a total of 3 days to get his computer. And then he springs on today, when I was doing my daily thing. Oh, I'm going to leave town this weekend. Can we just wait until next week, like next Monday? It's like, no, I can't hold on to your computer for a week and a half. So I got compensated for the hardware, and he's good. Computer's functional, but we still have to finish Foresight. I'm thinking we just have to install it, and he logs in, and he's got a peripheral that is essentially a camera that watches that golf club swing. I saw him work it. His old computer works, but I told him since his old computer only goes to Windows 10, he's due for new hardware. So I've seen it work. At worst, I might spend an hour on the phone with Foresight. So this will be interesting. So this guy only lives 2 miles from where I live. But yeah, people are quick to give accolades, and well, some people are real happy to pay me. They shove money in my face, and it's across the gamut. Some people with barely any money, or you think they don't have any money, are quick to pay, and sometimes people you're quite clear have money kind of don't like to pay. But that's not always the truth. So I would not assume any one person is cheap, or any one type of person is cheap. So this guy, he was kind of begrudging because he wrote me a check for 800. He was hoping that would cover everything. The reason I didn't call him back and I did sort of text him and say that the video card he was going to need was going to cost a few extra bucks, and I guess we didn't have hard numbers, but he's kind of said in text, go ahead and spend a little more money if you need to, but don't spend a fortune. So there was a back and forth. I didn't realize the simulator was going to require at least a 13 generation i5, I guess. Or it recommended an i7, that's right. It required an i5. So I didn't want missed frames. I wanted working hardware. I wanted this thing to work really well. I'm just thinking the specs I looked up are for a much newer version than what he had installed on his 8 years old iBuyPower PC. So I'm home now, and I'm about to eat because I am starving. Let's see. There, we're good. Have a good night. Say hi to your mothers this Sunday. And yeah, I'll send up a video tomorrow. Wait, yeah, Sunday? That's Saturday. Hello. Happy Saturday. Call your mothers. Happy Mother's Day. That's it.